Welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to be talking about the unit circle. Okay, so just what exactly is the unit circle? The unit circle is a circle with radius 1. And so what we're going to do is we're going to identify our special angles in the unit circle and all reference angles that relate to those special angles in the unit circle. And we're going to write the degrees, the radian measure, the x and y coordinate, and I think that's it. That goes. So we're going to write in degrees, the radian measure, and the x and y coordinates. So we're going to start here. Since this is a unit circle, we're going to start over here with this point to the right, which is the point 1, 0. That is our point 1, 0, and that is 0 degrees and 0 radians, okay? So that's the point 1, 0. Then the next angle we have is our first special angle, which is 30 degrees. That's 30 degrees there. Now, if you're in my class, you have this blank unit circle with you in your handout. But if you're not in my class, I've included a link to where I got this blank unit circle from. And so you can fill it out with me. Okay. And so this is 30 degrees. Now, if we were to convert 30 degrees to radians, and remember, we would do times pi over 180 degrees. And I'm going to show y'all for this one calculation. And I won't show you the other ones, but this is how you convert from degrees to radians. This reduces down to pi over 6 because 30 goes into 30 degrees and it also goes into 180. It goes into 31 times and it goes into 186 times. So that reduces to pi over 6. So the radian measure here is pi over 6. And then if you can recall, the coordinate here is the square root. That's the square root of 3 over 2, 1/2. That's a 3 underneath that square root. That's the square root of 3 over 2, 1/2. That is our 30-degree special angle, which we've looked at in a previous video. Then we have this one here, which is 45 degrees. This is our next special angle. If we convert that to radians, that's pi over 4. And recall that that's the point square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2, okay? So my computer is acting a little funny, so you may not be able to see all of my writing, but that is square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2, okay? Then our third special angle was 60 degrees. If you convert that to radians, that's pi over 3. And then our point here is 1/2 square root of 3 over 2. Now both our x and y are positive in this quadrant. So you want to remember that your x and y values, I don't know why I wrote y first, but your x and y values are both positive in this first quadrant, okay? So we have 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees. We have pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3. That's what those are in radians. And then we have the coordinates for each of those, which is going to be important. Then we have this point at the top, which is the point 0, 1, because the radius is 1. And this is our 90-degree angle. And if you convert that to radian measure, that is pi over 2, okay? So 90 degrees is pi over 2. Now in quadrant 2, we have all of the angles that uses the special angles as reference angles. So the next one, so the distance between our last special angle to 90 was 30. So that would be the same here. The measure between the 90 degree and the next angle would be 30 degrees. So this would be 120 degrees. And if you convert that to radian measure, that's 2 pi over 3. 2 pi over 3. And then it shares the same coordinate as our 60 degrees. So 1/2, but this time is negative 1/2 and square root of 3 over 2. So those will be the coordinates of that first angle in the second quadrant. And then if you notice between the 30, the 45, and the 60, there is 15 degrees between each of those. So that means my next angle will be 15 degrees added to 120, which is 135. So this next angle is 135 degrees. If we convert that to radian measure, that is 3 pi over 4. And then this shares the same coordinates as the 45-degree angle. So this is negative square root of 2 over 2, comma, square root of 2 over 2. That's the coordinates of that. The next angle would be 15 degrees above 135, which is 150 degrees. This is a reference angle of 30 degrees, so it's going to have a 6 in the denominator, and this is actually 5 pi over 6. That's a 5. So in radians, this is 5 pi over 6. Hopefully y'all can see that, and it's going to share the same coordinates as the reference angle for 30 degrees. So it's going to be negative square root of 3 over 2, comma, 1/2. So in this quadrant, our x is negative, and our y is positive, okay? And so those are your angles in the second quadrant. Hopefully you're writing this down, because I know mine looks a little sloppy, but I'm telling you what I'm writing as I go. So hopefully you're writing it down with me as we go through this. Then we have here 180 degrees. So here's 180 degrees. This is equivalent to pi in radian measures. And this is the point -1, 0. So to get to the next one, we add 30 degrees to 180, which is 210 degrees. 210 degrees, if we convert that to radian measure, is 7 pi over 6. That's 7 pi over 6. This shares the same coordinates as the 30-degree reference angle. So it's going to have negative square root of 3 over 2, negative 1/2. All right, so those are your coordinates, negative square root of 3 over 2, negative 1/2. Add 15 degrees to 210, and you get 225. So our next angle is 225 degrees. It has a reference angle of 45 degrees, so it's going to share those same coordinates. But the radian measure is 5 pi over 4. That's 5 pi over 4. That's going to be negative square root of 2 over 2, negative square root of 2 over 2. So your x and y coordinates are the same. They're both negative square root of 2 over 2. Then add 15 degrees to 225 to get the next one, and that is 240 degrees. 240 degrees has a reference angle of 60, so it's going to have a 3 on the bottom. This one is 4 pi over 3, if you convert that to radian measure. And it shares the same coordinates as the 60-degree angle, so this one is going to be negative 1/2, negative 1/2, negative square root of 3 over 2. So the coordinates there are negative 1/2, negative square root of 3 over 2. Then add 30 degrees to 240, and you have 270 degrees. That is 3 pi over 2 in radian measure, and that is the point 0, negative 1. Alrighty. Add 30 degrees to 270, and you're at 300 degrees. 300 degrees, it has a reference angle of 60 degrees, so it's going to have a 3 on the bottom. So if you convert this to radians, it is 5 pi over 3 radians. It shares those same coordinates. So this one is going to be 1/2, negative square root of 3 over 2. So in quadrant 3, both our x and y were negative. And then in quadrant 4, our y is negative and our x is positive. And that's what this space is here, where the positive and negative is. It's just for you to put which one is positive or negative. I just didn't have a lot of room to write it. Okay. Add 15 degrees to 300, and you're at 315 degrees. This is a reference angle of 45 degrees, so it's going to have a 4 in the bottom if you haven't noticed so far. But this is 7 pi over 4. Shares the same coordinates as 45 degrees, so this will be square root of 2 over 2. That's a 2 underneath that square root, comma, negative square root of 2 over 2. I don't have enough room to write on my screen, so I'm all out of those parentheses, but that's square root of 2 over 2, negative square root of 2 over 2. Add 15 degrees to 315, and you're at 330 degrees. That's a reference angle to 30 degrees, and so you have a 6 on the bottom, and so this is 11 pi over 6 if you convert it to radians. It shares the same coordinates, so that will be square root of 3 over 2, comma, negative 1/2. So that coordinate there is square root of 3. That's a 3 underneath that square root. Square root of 3 over 2, comma, negative 1/2. Now add 30 degrees to 330 and you're at 360. So you're right back where you started. Well, one full rotation. You're at 360 degrees, which is 2 pi radians, and it shares the same coordinates as the 0 degrees. So it's 1, 0 is the coordinate. Okay. And the reason you want to know each of the x and y values is because you will use those x and y values to find the sine and the cosine. So now the sine is equal to the x coordinate. The cosine is equal to the y coordinate, which we've talked about before. And the tangent is equal to the y over the x and so forth. Okay. So these are all of your special angles and their reference angles around in one rotation of a circle, but on the unit circle. Okay. And so we're going to use these to solve some problems. But before we do that, I want to talk about some observations that I noticed around the unit circle that have helped me throughout the years to remember the coordinates and things, the radian measure and things of that nature. So a few observations is that all of my angles associated with the 30-degree angle, when you put them in radian mode, they all have a 6 in the denominator. And so the radian measures are pi over 6 in quadrant 1, 5 pi over 6 in quadrant 2, 7 pi over 6 in quadrant 3, and 11 pi over 6 in quadrant 4. Okay, so they have 6 on the bottom, which is the opposite. Well, not opposite, but you think of 30 and 60 degrees as your special angles. So the 3 and the 6 are vice versa. So that 6 on the bottom corresponds with the 30 degrees. Then you have your 45-degree angles. All of those have a 4 on the bottom in the numerator. So it's pi over 4, 3 pi over 4, 5 pi over 4, and 7 pi over 4. And those just go by odd numbers in the numerator. So those are easy to keep up with. If you look at the pattern in the numerator for the 30-degree angles, there basically is no pattern. It goes 1, 5, 7, and 11. Well, there is a pattern. It adds 4 every time. So you start with 1 pi, then 5 pi, then 7 pi. Well, nope, that doesn't add 4, that adds 2. So yeah, there's no pattern in the numerator. So you want to try to find ways to remember what's going on in the unit circle and with these angles. And so with the 60-degree angle, they all have 3 in the bottom. So you have pi over 3, 2 pi over 3 in quadrant 2, 4 pi over 3 in quadrant 3, and 5 pi over 3 in quadrant 4. So they go 1, 2, 4, and 5. And then for 30 degrees, it goes 1, 5, 7, and 11. So you want to try to keep those straight. Now, when I was in school, I had to actually memorize these. You all are blessed now because y'all can use your technology. But I would still recommend remembering these, memorizing these, finding strategies to remember them, okay? So these are some observations that I've noticed. And then also your 90-degree reference angle, you have pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, and 2 pi. So that's your 90 degree, your 180 degree, your 270, and your 360. So all of these are referring to the reference angle. So these are the ones that have the same reference angle as that, okay? So let's look at a few examples. Example 1, we want to find the tangent of 2 pi over 3. So first of all, we want to go to 2 pi over 3 on our unit circle. 2 pi over 3 is up here. That's 120 degrees, and it goes with the coordinates negative 1/2 square root of 3 over 2, okay? So negative 1/2 square root of 3 over 2. So remember, tangent is equal to y over x. So that means we would do square root of 3 over 2 divided by negative 1/2, which when you divide fractions, you multiply by the reciprocal. So that would be negative 2 over 1. The 2's cancel. You get square root of 3 over 1, which ends up being negative square root of 3. So that is how you will find the tangent of 2 pi over 3. Now, for example 2, we want to find the sine of 3 pi over 2. So now if we go back and we look at Our unit circle for 3 pi over 2 is down here at the bottom. That's 270 degrees. That's the point 0, -1. So since this is the point 0, -1, I'm going to write that here as 0, -1. Now remember, sine corresponds to the y value. So our y value is -1. So our sine would be -1. The sine of 3 pi over 2 would be -1. Okay. All right, let's do one more. And I'm just showing you how you use your unit circle now to find trigonometric values. So this time we want to find the cosine of -4 pi over 3. Now notice this one is a negative angle. So we're going to go back and look, where is 4 pi over 3? So remember, the 3's are the 60-degree reference angles. So 4 pi over 3 is down here. That's 240 degrees. So what we want to do is go 240 degrees, but in a negative direction, okay? So 240 degrees was 180 plus 3n, okay? So we're going to go negative 180 plus 3n, 1, 2, 3. So that is here. That is this. Or you can say 360 minus 240, which is 120. So it's at the 120 degree mark. That's 2 pi over 3, which has the point -1/2 square root of 3 over 2. So we're going to use the point -1/2, comma, square root of 3 over 2. And cosine, remember cosine is the x value. So the cosine here would be -1/2. There's no work to be done. You only have to do work when you're finding something that doesn't involve cosine or sine, which means you have to calculate by either taking the reciprocal, if it's secant or cosecant, or you have to divide the x and the y if it's cotangent or tangent, okay? And so you get cosine of -4 pi over 3 to be -1/2. So that is how you use your unit circle to find trigonometric values of angles. Again, this is the unit circle. Hopefully you filled it in with all of the points and the angles and all of that good stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat below. If not, I'll see you in the next video. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching these videos. I hope they have been helpful for you. If they have, go ahead and hit the like button as well. I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.